What's up, everyone? This is Roots of Black. I can't say that I'm bringing you the Septuagint today because this is not the Septuagint. And this one does not come from the accordion folder on the screen. This one is something that has been on my desk for probably 8 years now. This is a chapter that I used to use to shut Christians up when they say certain things. So I guess it's time to do that now. So let's go to Moon Plus Reader Pro. As always, amazing, amazing app. If you do not have it, get it. Yes, it costs money. I don't know how much it costs now, but when I got it, it was like $3. Could be 10 or whatever now. Who cares? It's worth every penny. Like I say, just because of the fact that it reads out loud to you. Nothing more needs to be said about anything of that nature. Nothing needs to be said. You don't know how many books I got to, technically, like read, but have listened to because of this, at work, having looking for my knowledge in my notes, excuse me, of combing through so many books because of this. I mean, most of us are at work for 8+ hours, and it's plus. So think about playing something in your ear, playing, because I play the scriptures in my ear, obviously. So imagine 8 hours of that. How many and how much you can accomplish and how much studying you can play in your ear. This app allows you to do that. Like I say, there is no excuse for you not to have read or listened to this book front to back many, many times. All right. Now, so like I say, over 4 pages a day, you can read pretty much the whole, Old quotations Testament, but that is foolish. Very, very, very foolish. But yeah, let's dive in. Take heed that ye do not It says, take heed that ye do not your arms before men, like elms, as it arms, I mean elms, before men, to be seen of them. Otherwise, ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. Arms, elms, I mean, I keep saying arms. Elms is like gifts to the poor. So it says, take heed, ye do not, before men. So you don't take stuff from the poor, especially, just period, but before men. You don't do that. And it says, therefore, when thou does thy alms, do not sound in the street, that they may have glory of men. So, like when you give to the poor, don't don't let anyone know. Did I move it? Okay. Do not sound the trumpet before thee as the hypocrites do in the synagogues. You know what they mean when it says synagogue. The word church is in here, the word temple, and the word synagogue. These are three different sections, different people and what they do to let you know that he's talking specifically right now about the synagogues. So, and it says, the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets that they may have glory of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. That's gangster right there. And he's telling you they have their reward. And you should probably understand what reward he is discussing when he says they have their reward. And remember, this is the New Testament video, so it's going to be long. And just for the fact that this chapter is kind of long too, so that means it's going to be long. I mean, just telling you, so be prepared. Okay, all right. And it says, but when thou does alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand does. So just do it. That's all he's saying. Some Nike slogan. Just do it. Don't worry about. your rewards, and it's just do it because you're supposed to do this. This is right. You may be a time when you need to do this. Do it. It says, "Thy alms may be in secret." So there you go. "And thy Father, which seen in secret himself, shall reward thee openly." Now, it's telling you, you do it in secret, you'll be rewarded openly. You will be. You'll be rewarded openly. There's many things that I have done, and no one else. I mean, it is what it is. No one else. I'm not doing it to get people to know. I'm not, and I wish I didn't have to even do this because I can focus on myself to get my stuff up. But I'm spending hours and upon hours a day to do this. I wish I didn't have to, but like I say, I'm supposed to do this. It is what it is. But I mean, I wish I didn't because I can focus on myself. But because it's I have to. I'm doing this, so it's to be seen. Like I don't actually want to be seen. I would much rather you know or being heard like this. I'd much rather be in the background and blending in with the rest of the earth like I don't exist, so there will be no mark on me. I would much rather do that, but that is not what the Lord, the Most High, and the Messiah have planned for me. Because if that was the case, I will be just like everyone else. I'm not talking about the Christians that are lost. I'm talking about the Most High sheep, the majority of Most High sheep. I'm not bragging. I'm not saying that I'm bragging. I put in a lot of work on what I do on a daily basis of this. So I know more than I'm talking about 99% of the people on this entire planet. And having that much means that you have to do something about it. You're a fisherman or watchman or whatever. It doesn't matter. You have a calling. You must serve. The Most High serves, the Messiah serves, all of them serve. Michael served, all the angels, everyone served. There's no reason why you shouldn't serve. They're better than you, they're higher than you, and they still serve. What's your excuse? So that's why I do this. Believe me, I'm telling you, I would much rather be in the background, just living my own life. But that's not. It's not it. It's just not it. So yeah, we're just gonna continue to read. "And when thou pray, let me listen to this. When thou prayest," so when you're praying, "thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues, so and in the corners of the street, that they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their rewards." So you're not supposed to be doing this. What do churches do? Y'all stand up all the time inside of your churches praying. The Messiah told you not to do this. Why are you doing it? Why? Why are the church making you do this? I told you they do not follow the Messiah's word because they would not be doing that there. They would not be doing it. So, and I'm going to show you just how wicked they are. This is why the shepherds are going to die and so are their sheep. That's why I always say this. Okay, so, and it says, "Send a man at your war, but thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet." That means by yourself, no one knows. "And when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father, which is in secret, and thy Father which sees in secret shall reward thee openly." Why is he telling you to pray in secret? Two reasons. First of all, when you pray, that's between you and your Father. Why does everyone need to know what you're praying for? And second is to protect you. I'm going to let you ask the Most High what that means because I'm not telling you. Not going to do it. No, okay. So, and it should be easy for you to understand, but it's for to protect you. And it says, "But when ye pray, use not vain repetitions as the heathen do." That's all churches do. Repetitions of praying. Because it's intimate. It bothers me so much that no one reads this book themselves. Because the church does the opposite. Okay. You're gonna see. I'm gonna show you. "As the heathen do, for they think that they shall be heard for much speaking." So the way they teach you how to pray is bananas. It's everything they're doing is hypocrites and heathenistic. That's what you're learning in churches. That's why the shepherds are going to die and their sheep, because you're going to become you're the Most High can no longer help you anymore. You're so far gone that you are like I say, you're the sheep. You're the sheep of that shepherd. You're done. You're done. It's just that simple. You just if you're hearing this and if you're in church, leave now, disappear, run the hell away. I'm telling you this. Run the hell away. And it says, okay, repetitions, but it says, but not ye therefore like unto them, for your father knoweth what things ye have need of before you even ask. Okay, he already know what you need. He already know what you need. You know you're gonna ask, but you don't even have to. Like the why you ask, he already. I don't think I went over this before with you guys, but I went over it with the family. We saw this that he says, don't pray for things that you already know that you're going to get. The bird doesn't pray for food and shelter and this and that, and he gets it. So why are you? They don't. So yeah, after the manner, okay. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, O Father which are in heaven, hallowed be thy name. So he's teaching you how to pray. He's teaching you how to pray right now. See, this is the part that I'm saying that they know they're wicked. So the Messiah told them not to stand in public to be praying, not to pray for things, because you know the church teaches you to pray for a house, car, and this and that. You don't do that. So they're not listening to what the Messiah says, but then they'll always they recite this prayer all the time in church. So that means they're listening to him when they choose to. This is why the shepherds are going to die, and this is why their sheep are going to die. Because, like I say, they're like children. You know, you tell the child not to do certain things, and they'll listen to you for purposes of looking good, like he's telling you here, but not really listen to you this and that. And you catch them, you have to beat them. So this is what's going on. But you can't keep beating the child. Once they get grown, you gotta let them do what they want, and then they're just gonna have to deal with the consequences of this. So the church is teaching you things that the Messiah told you not to do, and they worship him, but they don't listen to him. But they listen to him when they want to, because they say this prayer all the time: "Thy kingdom come, Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." So, do you see that? Give us our daily bread and forgive us for our debts as we forgive our debtors. Now, that right there goes back to Matthew 22 when he says that from these two commandments, all the rest of the commandments are from right there, like from those two commandments, straight up. So this is what they're doing. And lead us in not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thy kingdom and thy power and thy glory forever. Amen. And they say that prayer all the time, so they're listening when they want to. But they don't listen to not to be praying and not to do this. And it says, for if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. So, bam. And that you shouldn't even have to have the Messiah to say that, by just reading and understanding how your Father speaks, to know that this is something that's been said many times, and then just listening to how he speaks to understand that this is this is real. So he's forgiving you, so you need to forgive your brother. Don't forgive your enemies. You're wicked. Come on, y'all. Stop it. He's only. I'm not going to say it. These are things that should be with you now. There's a lot of videos that we done went through. When you listen to, some of this stuff should be second nature, like breathing now. You should be breathing this. And it says, moreover, when ye fast, be not as the hypocrites, as sad countenance, for they disfigure their faces, that they may appear unto men to fast. So they're making their self look like, oh, like I'm really hungry and this and that. Like you're why are you letting everybody know what you're doing? And it says, verily I say unto you, they have their reward. And he's going to keep on saying that. And you can see how he's saying, like, they have their reward. You're getting how he's saying that they have their reward. But thou, when thou fastest, anoint thy head and wash thy face. You supposed to know why do people know you're fasting? Do it. That thou appear not unto the men to fast, but to thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which sent in secret shall reward thee openly. Like I say, the world does not need to know what you're doing with your God. That's your God. That's your God. This is your intimate relationship with your Father. The world does not need to know this. That's between you and your pops. So, and then to make sure that they're displaying it to try to look as if like, oh, I'm hungry, I need food, but I'm doing this for righteousness sake. But you know they're not. That's not what they're doing it for. So that's what he is teaching you about. And it says, lay not for yourself treasure upon the earth, where a moth and rust does corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Like your treasures are not here. This is all going to get taken away from you. You can't take any of this with you. It will turn to ashes and dust. I mean, just telling you, like, the thieves will steal it from you. The house will burn down. Something's going to happen to it. Don't worry. But lay up for thyself treasures in heaven, which neither moth nor rust does corrupt. Where, and it says, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For, excuse me, where your treasure is, there will be your heart also. If you don't understand, ask them what that means. Like your treasure in your heart, in the same spot. The light of thy body is thy eye, window to the soul. If thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. And it says, if thy eye be single, like you got one eye. You're still, it doesn't matter. Your whole body is going to be full of light just by having one eye. If you're in light, it is what it is. But if thy eye be evil, so and it says the whole body shall be full of darkness. If the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? No man can serve two masters. Okay, so remember this. This is also so. Like I say, if you worshiping the Messiah and the Most High, you have two masters. You do know that, right? You have two masters. You only have one. He makes sure to keep telling you that you only have one. That's the Father in heaven. You don't have no other master. You know, until the Most High gives him his kingdom, you have no other master. Period. And it says, for neither will he hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold on to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. You can't do it. You can't do it. This is bananas. I'm telling you, I can't. Therefore, I say unto you, take no thoughts for your life and what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body and what shall put on. It is not the life more than the meat, and the body more than the raiment. So it's once again telling you, like, stop praying for stuff that you're going to get anyway. And it says, okay, here it is right here. Here's one of the talking points of it. Behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your Father in heaven feeds them. Are you not better than they? Stop praying for stuff that he already knows what you need. And it says, which of you take by thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature? You can't make yourself taller or anything. So what are you doing? And why ye take thought for raiment? Consider thy lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all his glory was not astray like one of these. So he's telling you, even Solomon, well, Solomon, we're going to learn about Solomon. We are. It says, wherefore, if God is so clothed in the grass of the field, which today is, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not be more clothed than you, O ye of little faith? Why the church teaches you to pray for everything. 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 This is your father is long suffering. Long suffering. They teach you to pray for everything. This they don't listen. The shepherds are going to die because they're teaching you wickedness. And then you are going to die being the shepherd, being the sheep of that shepherd. I mean, listen to the words of the Messiah. That is the church is opposite of everything he does. They do the opposite of what he says. It's amazing when you actually read this for yourself and don't listen to what that shepherd says, because the shepherd are always telling you that's what it says, but you never read it yourself to see if that's what it says. And then for the first time ever, when you decide to do it, you're going to realize how much they lie. Like I say, once I realized how much the once I realized how much the New Testament is full of lies and the church, I, I, I ran from this book and went back and went to. All right, I'm not going to say it until that gets pulled out of that accordion folder. Once it gets pulled out of the accordion folder, and it's a New Testament. It's from the Messiah. Once that chapter gets pulled out of that accordion folder, I'm gonna go in because it's going to be time because we're going. It's we're so many videos in. Once I pull that out, I'm going to go in. I'm letting you know. Be prepared. I'm going in, and I'm going to tell you too. I'm going in. I'm going in. Soon as it's going to start, I'm going in. So be prepared. I'm going in that day. So O ye of little faith, therefore take no things what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, or wherever withal shall be clothed. Like, why are you praying for this? For all these things do the Gentiles seek. So he's telling you he's telling you the Gentiles are what? Heathens. He's all this the Gentiles seek for your Father. So that's the Gentiles. This is not the Gentiles' Father. Okay, that's why he's make sure they said, "For your Father knows that ye have need of all these things." Bam. Why are you asking about stuff you already know? Your children don't pray to you for food and this and that. They know you're going to provide for them, right? They know food in here, this and that. They just wait for you to prepare it if they're young enough. But they're not praying to you for food. They're not. You're going to do whatever you can to provide for your children, right? And they understand this. Like I said, I've never had a child ask me, they're hungry, they want food, but they didn't think they'll never get food from you. If you're doing what you're supposed to as a parent, that'll never cross their mind. They know that they're going to be fed. They're just going to wait until you have food or going to ask for something in that refrigerator that they know is full of food from you. So think about the ever living, almighty, ancient of days, and you're asking, But but seek ye first the kingdom of God. So you're worried about this, but you're not trying to meet him. You're not trying to think about this. You're asking for stuff that's little to no importance, but you're not trying to be with them. Make that make sense. So yeah. And his righteousness. So he's making sure that he's going to keep telling you this. And all the things that shall be added unto you. You ain't even worried about that. You worried about crap that everybody gets, that the good and the bad. It actually says that in one of the other passages, like he feeds goes both the good and the bad. Why are you asking for this? The bad people eat too. So being good, why are you asking for food? That doesn't make any sense. They get fed too. And it says take therefore no thoughts for tomorrow. And it says for the morrow. So for tomorrow. For the morrow shall take thought for things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. He's telling you, why are you keep worried about the future? You don't even know what the hell is going to happen tomorrow. You're supposed to be trying to do the things right now, today. You're not guaranteed the next day. Stop putting things off for the next day. This is something that human beings do all the time. You always say I could do it tomorrow. And I'm not talking about like drop a box off somewhere. Yes, you can do that tomorrow. I'm talking about, okay, so think about this for a second. Most of us need to eat better and need to exercise and do better things with our bodies. But you'll have someone say, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Every time you eat poison, it compounds inside your body. So this is what's going to happen because you can keep on saying tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. So 30 days of tomorrow equals your body getting full of poison. And then if it gets too much poison and your body can't dispel it, that it's going to get backed up and you're going to get sick, and then you're going to lose a week or two of your existence of being of doing what you're supposed to. You're going to lose a week or two of that, and you could die in the process of that. You do know that because that's what's happening to you. Your body is detoxing, and during this process, you can actually die. That's why you get the fevers, the chills. You feel like crap. You could actually die at this point because you have an accumulation of poison. Your body right now is at that point where it's so poisoned that it has to put you down, and you can die in the process of that. So that means that you didn't even get a chance to help yourself. You can die. Same thing with what he's saying. Why are you worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow? You need to worry about today. Never about doing things today. And he's telling you basically, why aren't you reading this book and have your head here and trying to get closer to your father? Because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You need to do this today. You need to do this every day. Like I'm literally, I make videos almost every day. I'm reading this book every day. I'm going through it every day. I'm doing this every day. I talk to the Most High every day. I do this stuff every day because there's no guarantee that I am going to be here tomorrow. So I need to do, especially this, because this is more important than anything. That's what reiterating to you. There's nothing more important, nothing more important on this earth for you and anyone else that's listening than the Most High and His Word. Not a thing. Nothing trumps this because, like I say, you're going to die eventually, and you're going to meet Him, and everything that you did in this life, you're going to be judged from. So if you start doing what you're supposed to do, guess what you're going to be judged from? Then you're going to be judged from your works of you're trying to get closer to Him and actually doing it. And then you will be granted mercy. Because right now, everyone has this cup of wrath until you get mercy. You do know that, right? He poured out his cup of wrath upon the whole, like everyone, because of how wicked the earth is. He poured his cup of wrath. And in order for you not to have the cup of wrath, you have to put the work in to get in front of the mercy. And that's what the Messiah is trying to teach you what to do. Mercy. So the church teaches that the Messiah is the God in flesh. But the Messiah always tell you that he gets everything through someone else that's his father, that gives him all his power. So how is he God in flesh if he gets his power from someone else? And then they'll actually say that, okay, so make this make sense, right? They're saying that the Messiah is God in the flesh. Why would God put himself to sacrifice for you when he made you and he can destroy you anytime he wants? To know how it is to be you, he made you. He know what it's like to be you. He understands who you are. He's not. It's the Most High. He killed people. He flooded the earth because of you. He said that his spirit no longer dwells with you. So why would he become you? You're wicked. Your flesh is wicked. He said you can't behold him. You can't be near him. So why would he put himself in the point of being you when he's telling you how so far off he is from you that he's at the highest point in the entire universe and you're at the lowest point. Well, one of the lowest points because it means a little lower, but you're at the lowest living point, and he's at the highest living point to let you know that that your guys are so far away, but he's gonna put himself in your point in your body and then come and be around you. You make that make sense? I can't believe that anybody believes any of that. That there's no logic behind this. Everything that the world works on logic. You do not understand. The world works on logic. The Most High works on logic. Everything you see and do on this entire existence is works off of logic. So logic dictates that that the Messiah is not the Most High. There is no need for him to ever be in your presence. We know this. Only two people saw him face to face as friends. Two people lived amongst him. So if he wanted to, he'll be around us at all times. Just doesn't he? How can anyone believe that the Most High put himself in flesh when he tried to kill every single one of us? The only reason that we're even here is because Noah was perfect in his eyes. If Noah wasn't that, he would have destroyed all of us and didn't care at one bit. But you're saying that he put himself in flesh to come see you? Man, have you lost your mind? How can anyone believe that? This is the manna from heaven. And Holly, can I even say that after this, after saying this? How? That's like, I can't say, this is the manna from heaven. I'm out.